Hello guys and students, welcome to my YouTube channel here. Today I have come after a few weeks to keep my promise that I would give you a lesson regarding different parts of grammar before taking into the spoken English class. Just in my previous videos I gave different parts, I discussed regarding different parts of grammar. Here in this video, just I am going to give an idea regarding gerund and participle. In the meantime, some of the students just wrote me or they phoned me and requested me to give a lesson regarding participle and gerund. And to those candidates and to those guys who are interested in speaking English, they too must have to learn before taking into the spoken English class. They will also have to learn what is gerund and what is participle. Just actually in grammar there are some parts we know which are very essential for taking entry into the spoken English class. Actually those who tell that the grammar is not required for speaking English, okay, I agree with them, but this is also not fully correct. Just we shall have a little bit idea regarding different parts of grammar, especially some parts of grammar, before taking into the spoken English class. And I think gerund and participle, these two are very essential. And if a student doesn't know properly what is gerund and what is participle before taking entry into the spoken English class, I think he or she will have to face difficulty in the long run. And therefore, just let's start. In this short video, I am going to give an idea thoroughly regarding participle and gerund. Now the question is, what is participle and what is gerund? Some people tell that gerund is temporary noun and participle is temporary adjective. Some people tell that. But actually there is no question of raising the question that what is temporary, why is it is called temporary. No, don't raise this question. No question of getting the word temporary here. Just we have to learn what is gerund and what is participle. No temporary, no question of taking the very word temporary here. Gerund is actually, we have to learn it and we have to keep it in mind thoroughly that gerund is actually verbal noun, actually a noun which is made from verb. And participle is actually an adjective form. This is called verbal adjective, and from a proper verb form it is formed. And therefore just in a single word we can tell that gerund is nothing but a verbal noun and participle is nothing but a verbal adjective. Now participle can be divided into two parts, present participle and past participle. Just mind it, keep it in mind that participle is verbal adjective. That means an adjective. What is adjective? Adjective, we know that adjective is a part of speech which describes a noun and a pronoun. We know that. Ram is a very good boy. Very good boy. Just we know that boy is noun here. We know the common noun. And good here describes the very word noun having been placed just before it. Therefore, this is called adjective. We know that means we can tell that adjective is a describing word. Here, the very word good here describes Ram, the very noun Ram. Here, just therefore we see that adjective is a word, adjective is a part of speech which describes a noun. And when this adjective is formed from a verb, this is called verbal adjective. Similarly, when a noun is formed from a verb, this is called verbal noun. Just I will give you an example. Just like in a sentence, first I am going to discuss regarding gerund. Gerund means I have told that this is verbal noun. Just we have to keep it in mind that in a sentence, just while speaking or writing, in both the cases, just we have to keep in mind that in a sentence there must be the subject, and in some cases there may be the object. And we must not forget that subject and object, these two are always noun or pronoun. And here if we follow that in a particular sentence, in place of noun or in place of just in place of subject or in place of object, there is a verbal noun, that means verb plus ing, verb 1. What is verb 1? There are three parts of verb. We can identify in this way: verb 1, verb 2, verb 3. That means verb 1 is present form, verb 2 is past form, verb 3 is past participle form of the verb. Just like I am giving an example: see, saw, seen. We can tell that verb is in see is verb 1, saw is verb 2, and seen is verb 3. Similarly, do, did, done, go, went, gone. Go verb 1, went verb 2, gone verb 3. This is past participle form. There, that means we see that there are three parts of verbs: present, past, and past participle. There are three forms of verb, and we can identify it as verb 1, verb 2, verb 3. Now let's discuss regarding the point which we are discussing, that verbal noun. Suppose swim, to swim. We know that swim is an action word, and if we add ing with it, to use the very word as a subject of the sentence, then it will be treated as noun and it will be called gerund. Example, what is the example? Swimming is a good exercise. Swimming is a good exercise. Just follow the sentence. Here what is the subject? Swimming is the subject here. Just follow. Swim itself is a verb, and we have added ing with swim, and it has just a new word has been formed here. What is the new form? Swimming. And when we are using swimming is a good exercise, here in this sentence swimming itself is a subject here, and when it is being used as a subject, then it is verbal noun. It is verbal noun. Therefore, it is subject. And in another sentence, if I tell it in this way, that I like swimming. Like is verb here. Therefore, I like swimming. I like what? After verb, if we put question with what or whom, the answer will be treated as object. I have already told in the previous video. Therefore, I like swimming, if the question is asked after like is verb here, verb 1, like what or likes what, the answer that we are getting is swimming. Automatically this is being used here as object. We follow. Swimming is a good exercise. There swimming was used as subject. But here in this sentence, I like swimming, here swimming is being used as object, and in both the cases ing has been added with the formation of the very verb swim. Therefore, in the first sentence, swimming is a good exercise, here swimming is being used as noun, and I like swimming in this sense, just in this sentence swimming is being used as object. Subject noun and object noun. In both the sentences we see the use of swimming, swim verb plus ing. The use of swimming in the first sentence we have seen to be used as subject. It is also noun. And in the second sentence, I like swimming, there also swim plus ing, it is being used as the just as an object. An object is also noun or pronoun, we know. Therefore, this is gerund. I am giving another example. Just you can tell, just gerund. Walking is a good exercise. Walk, we know that is verb. If we add ing with it, walking is a good exercise. Therefore, walking is subject here, and ing has been added with the verb 1 form of walk. Walk ing. Walk ing. Walking. Walking is a good exercise. Here it is subject and has been treated as noun. This is called gerund. Once again, doctor has advised me to take walking regularly, to walk, just to have walking regularly. Doctor has advised me to have walking regularly. Doctor has advised me what? To have walking. To have what? Walking. Walk plus ing. Just after putting question with what or whom we know, after the verb, have what? Just we have got the answer, we have got the response, that walking. Here it is being used as object. Therefore we see that in a sentence, when verb 1, that means verb 1 form, present form of the verb, and ing, when it is used as subject or object, this is called verbal noun, and any verbal noun, it will be treated as gerund. Now let's discuss regarding participle. What is participle? Participle, I have already told that participle can be classified into two types, present participle and past participle. These two are there. And participle is actually adjective. This is called verbal adjective. Adjective I have I have told what is adjective. Adjective is a part of speech which describes a noun. Ram is a very good boy. I have given the example. Tricolored Indian flag. Indian flag, Indian and tricolored, both are adjective here. Just similarly, if any ing form, ing, just verb 1 plus ing, such formation, if it is used as adjective having been placed before noun or pronoun, it will be treated as adjective. That means verbal adjective. And when it is verbal adjective, it will be treated as participle. And participle, when it is participle, present participle and past participle. When it is present participle, when verb 1 plus ing, like swimming, like walking, when it is used as adjective, then it will be treated as present participle. And past participle, we know that ed en form of verb, that means verb 3 form, ed en form, break, broke, broken. Broken, we know that this is past participle, and broken will be treated as past participle. I am giving an example here. Just like I am taking the very word swimming, because I have already given the example of gerund with swimming, with the very word swimming. Therefore, I am taking the same example here. I just follow the sentence. I saw the swimming girl in the pool, or I saw the girl swimming in the pool. Just follow both the sentences here. Swimming, swim verb plus ing, swimming. But here it is added with girl, swimming girl or girl swimming in the pool. Here the swimming very word here describes the noun girl. I saw a swimming girl in the pool, or I saw a girl swimming in the pool. In both the cases, girl is noun here, and swim plus ing, this very word describes the very noun girl, and therefore it is called present participle. When verb plus ing form, verb 1 plus ing form, when is used in a sentence as adjective, having been placed before or after noun or pronoun, then this will be called, present participle. And what is past participle? This is also very simple. I have already told that the ed en form, that means the third form of verb 1, verb 2, verb 3, I have told verb 1, verb 2, verb 3. And when it is verb 3, if the verb 3 form is ed en form, then it will be treated as, past participle form. I am giving an example also here. Just, he sat on a broken chair. Just see, broken chair. Chair is noun here. He sat on a broken chair. Chair has been described with the very word broken. What is broken? Broken here is past participle of the verb break, broke, broken, broken. He sat on a broken chair. That means broken here is an adjective. And what type of adjective is this? This is verbal adjective. And automatically, as it is ed en formation is there, and this is the verb 3 form which has been made from verb, automatically this is called verbal adjective. That means verbal adjective means, just I have already told that there are the classification is of two types. One is present participle when ing is added with the main verb, verb 1, and describes a noun. This is called present participle. and when the past participle form is used as an adjective having been placed before or after the noun to describe it, then it will be called past participle. Thank you.